Hey friends, Running Kimono here. So this is a video that I don't like to make, and we have had news about many store closures over at Walgreens. But when the entire company gets acquired, that's when there's a little bit of a reason to have a bit of a pause and just to say, hey, like, what is going on? So I'm just going to explain this from the most layman's of layman's terms. If you want to investigate this, I recommend you go to a trusted news site that you like to look this up. And basically, there was a whole bunch of like business sites last night around 7, 8 o'clock that was releasing this story that Walgreens is to be acquired. They're not saying sold, to be taken private. And it's just the way that they're phrasing it is very, very specific, but yet they're saying that this deal is going to be happening. It is by this company, Sycamore, and it's a $10 billion deal. It is no giant surprise that Walgreens has been struggling a lot. Where they make their most amount of money is through prescriptions, and people are getting their prescriptions through Amazon or other companies, and they're not going to the local Walgreens, and that is really hurting the bottom line of the pharmacy. So this new deal is basically, from everything I've read, and I've read a bunch of different news sites, it's to keep the company viable and still, in your town, and keeping the stores stocked and running. So this is an effort to keep things moving, and they've just phrased it in such a way like there isn't a single site that said that Walgreens was sold. It wasn't. It's being acquired. So it's just kind of interesting how that works, and I know that they're picking their words very, very carefully. And I know that they were closing many, many stores. I think the number was, 1,200, and 500 were going to be this year. Fox News did a really good job of really kind of making the bullet points a bit more reader friendly to the average shopper. But here it is, guys. How will this affect the customer? This is the Fox News article again, and it just says that 1,200 stores to be closing or shutting down their locations to cut costs. And the remaining of that is 8,500 in the US. I was shocked to see this number that there's 3,700 other stores internationally that are the UK, Mexico, Thailand, and Ireland. And yeah, so how many of those are going to close too to help out this? It's unknown at this time. Everything is kind of unknown, but they did release this story. And they did stress, everybody's story stressed that it's still going to remain business as usual. But this is just basically to help Walgreens fix their financial problems and stay competitive. That was in every story, and a couple of these journalists actually interviewed, I believe his name is Tim Wentworth, the CEO of Walgreens, and he was stressing that as well. If you are paying attention this week, the amount of P&G deals and freebies that we were getting, that was a lot. And typically when stores are, really facing struggling and stuff, such as Rite Aid, they cancel all of the deals because the manufacturers kind of pull all of the merchandise from the shelves. I noticed that when Rite Aid was really facing a lot of problems, probably last summer, I started really noticing their beverage cooler, like Pepsi, Coke, they were putting nothing in those coolers. And P&G, there was no Tide. There was none of that in the store, which was also rather interesting. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens as this story unfolds. I just wanted to bring it to you because I know a lot of you will probably say, like, what's the story about? Because it's really hard to understand. So it's no longer going to be traded as a public company. It's going to be going private. And there's a lot of business jargon mixed in with some of these stories that was like way, way over my head as well. You can look at this through a negative lens, a positive lens. The stores are remaining open, and we're just going to have to wait and see what's the next step. I know a lot of us shop there for both prescriptions and everything else under the sun, vitamins, toilet paper, face cream, whatever. But the average shopper, I think a lot of people are opting to get their prescriptions online from different companies or Amazon, and that is really affecting Walgreens' bottom line. And how can they stay competitive with that? Maybe they will figure out a better website for pharmaceuticals or prescriptions to get it more in a timely fashion. But I know an older generation, they need a pharmacy on every street in the US to get their prescriptions. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye. In the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on this. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.